And now the National Senior Citizen Center has again initiated a comprehensive training program for caregivers of older people. The program aims to address the challenges faced by the elderly and ensure they receive the care they need. Director General of NSCC, Omokaro, outlined the objectives of the program, which includes strengthening support for older people and ensuring their well-being in the society. Akogu Zainab has more.
The National Senior Citizens Center, in collaboration with various stakeholders, has taken the initiative to train older people caregivers and to establish guidelines for care facilities. These guidelines, which is expected to contribute to creating an environment where older people feel cared for and valued, will also focus on equipping caregivers with the necessary skills and knowledge to meet the unique needs of the elderly. Speaking at the validation of draft national benchmark statement and minimum standards in Abuja, the Director General of NSCC, Omokaro, shed light on the establishment of training centers for caregivers.
The development of benchmark standards and minimum standards in curriculum was a necessity, and that it was very, very important that we develop these skills for social caregivers to older people. It was very necessary that we classify these skills, categorize the care settings, and set standards so that our older people will be cared for with dignity, with all the rules and the guidelines that are necessary.
Omokaro also noted that the objective is not only to create a demand for volunteers and workers within the community, but also to introduce innovation into insurance products, ensuring comprehensive coverage for older people.
So what we are doing here today is just beyond one single thing. It's opening up a huge industry. And we are also looking forward to bringing innovation into insurance products. And as we look into the financing of long-term care, this also provides a huge opportunity. So to ensure care quality assurance in both guidelines for certification, employment and practice, NSCC has sought out an engaged community of professionals and practitioners, which you all are, and then it's working to ensure that the final product that we'll have will meet every global standard.
Also speaking, the representative of the Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Ovuraye John, acknowledged the special and vital role older people play in the society and affirmed the government's commitment to the program.
So I think this guideline will be very, very, very important to all of us, including personnel working in old people's homes. Because from now moving forward, most of them who get to get these guidelines after the validation of the guidelines we're working on today, they should be able to do better than they were doing before. And that will go a long way in helping our older persons, including even as individuals, as we are here today, in our communities.
Old people are a very special group of people that all of us should actually know how best to care for them. And we need to standardize this in country. And that's why the Federal Ministry of Health, working closely with the NSCC, actually coming up with these guidelines. So we are 100% in support of this because it will help us to know the basic line. And not only that, you may not, because some of the areas that you will find out to know is that if you have an old person somewhere, instead of you who is super busy in your office, just leaving the mama or the baba at home lock up, if your resources permit, with a little thing, you can just call an expert from this particular group of people that are trained. Please help me just have an eye over my mom and dad at home. At your home, you can also do it in the facility, which is in the institution. So it depends. So what it means is that it's a win-win for all of us, because it's going to make sure it creates that enabling environment by way of making sure our older people don't die unnecessarily from poor care.
The launch of the training program and the establishment of guidelines for care facilities and agency operators signify a significant step towards prioritizing the needs of older people in Nigeria.